Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom!
Well, hello there, humans of these other things, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to channel. I'm Bushka, and today's video is our first look at the MP7. The MP7 is a lightning quick pair of 9mm weapons, as you can see here, as we drop shot away, 9mm weapons that attach in the pistol slot. And that's really unique for PUBG Mobile in a couple of ways. Firstly, this is the first time we've ever been able to run multiple weapons at once. Obviously, they take up both hands, and they also fire incredibly quickly, but that's not what's unique about them. The other thing that's unique about them is that you can't ADS with these guns. All you can do is hip fire. Now, you're going to see in a few of the clips coming up where I stream today, I actually put the advanced aim on my reticle, not my reticle, my zoom button on the far left side of the screen to try and improve the grouping on the hip fire. And it had some limited success. It certainly helped, but it was cumbersome and it didn't really improve the hip fire enough to make them worth using. Not being able to ADS really limits what the weapon can do, but it's pretty fun as just a general idea to run around with double super quick firing weapons and just bashing your way through the bad guys. Now, they're inaccurate. They take a lot of rounds to clear a target because they have an incredibly low alpha damage strike, and they can really eat up a lot of nines. But man, are they fun. Watch this. This is great. It's just like, it's wild. That is just so much giggle. Being able to just role play some kind of action hero out of a Hollywood movie as you go along dual wielding these things. And it's very reminiscent for some of the older amongst us of the GoldenEye franchise on the Nintendo 64, where you could dual wield MP5s, dual wield akimbo, MP5s and Scorpions. Anyway, where was I? I crunched the numbers today. The patrons gave me a bit of a hand, so thanks very much to them. And it's, again, a really unique weapon in the spreadsheet, because the MP7 setup has this weird thing going on where it is so bad, just so absolutely terrible as a straight up gun to gunfight with. The time to clear a level 2 vest is an abysmal 0.486 seconds. Now, that might sound bad if you have some kind of context. Like, the best gun for clearing a level 2 vest is the Mark 14, which does it in just a shade under 0.2 of a second, which I think you'll agree is a pretty incredible number. The Mark 14 is a completely different weapon and not one we're going to talk about here. But, I mean, you can see we're having a lot of fun with these on stream. But you might be surprised to know that if you miss all your chest shots and hit leg shots instead with this weapon, your time to kill goes from 0.486 to 0.243, because it actually does more damage to a leg or an arm shot than it does to a chest shot. It does 23 base damage to a leg shot and only 21.9 damage to a chest shot. And that becomes really struggle street when you get late game and you start running into level 3 vests, because a level 3 vest will turn this into a 9.86 damage hit. Now, that's not the end of the world, because obviously the gun has an incredible rate of fire. 1,235 rounds per minute. 1,235 of incredibly inaccurate. You can see I'm actually using the advanced aiming system at the top. It gives it that Fortnite style over the shoulder, but not ADS look. And the guns, they're just not very accurate. They're great when they hit. It looked like I was hitting it. That was not me. That was Noslo with the Uzi. So there's a reason why you have such a high rate of fire, because you have to throw an incredible amount of bad news at the wall to get any to stick. Now, this is clearly not the range you're meant to be using the guns. And that might beg the question, what is the point then of these weapons? Well, they do some things very well, particularly if you're like me and you run a bolty. I love this, putting them in FPP. What I will often do, if I'm running a bolt action rifle and I'm in a squad fight and there's a target that I want to thirst, but I don't want to use all the ammunition in my primary weapon because I know as I reload, I'm going to get pushed. You can switch out to these and thirst with these. Not at long ranges, but obviously in 1v2s, 1v3s, and 1v4s, having a switch weapon that's a full auto is pretty cool. And even though they have a very low average alpha damage, there's still 50 in the clip, which means it will easily first someone. This is one of the great McDingaling pushes, as you can see. Way to park the car, dingers. 1,235 rounds per minute, to give you some kind of yardstick, is about, well, it's a little bit more than a Vector and a tiny little bit less than the MG3, which is actually, no. Let me just check those numbers again because I do have them in front of me here. The MG3 is 1,017. So it's more than the MG3, more than the Vector. The only one that it's actually under is the Uzi at 1,304 rounds per minute. Now, I have to applaud PUBG Mobile for doing something different here. And I'm not sure how the coding worked, but I slowed down the images when I was taking a screenshot. And it actually looks like the guns fire in sequence. So it's not like they're actually both firing at the same time. It's like the left will fire, then the right, then the left and the right, then the left and the right. So they are firing, but not in perfect synchronicity, which is fair enough. I mean, who would be firing in perfect synchronicity when you're firing around every 0.0486 seconds? And they are so fun. They're just fun. There's no way around it. Like, this is fun. This is giggle. And you've got to take your hat off to PUBG Mobile for that, because it's very easy to lose sight when you're running a loadout of a crossbow, an M416 and two MP7s, that this game is about fun. And having a weapon that's unique, I mean, look at this. This is great. Take that, P90. Is a very cool thing. It's horrific at drive-bys. I mean, we did a lot of it today, and they were nearly all incredibly unsuccessful. But again, that word fun, it was fun. We had a good time doing it, and I don't think you can overestimate how much that influences me to like a weapon. Here we go. Let's check it out in full drive-by mode. Here we go. I can't believe we got both those guys. Fun. That's what we're having. Are you having any of it? Oh my goodness. Having an extra weapon that's full auto and can give you a reasonable chance at clearing a target in under 0.3 of a second, if you're smart enough to actually aim for the limbs of the target. And trust me, at late game situations, everyone's going to be in level 3 armor. Like, look at me. Everyone's in level 3 armor. We've all got here hitting drops, going to shops, getting secret room keys. We've all got level 3 armor. And if you don't have it, then you're always at a disadvantage. But trying to break level 3 armor with these guns is a joke. So don't do it. Aim for the legs. Aim for the legs and they will be way more effective for you. Now, that being said, they're just still going to be wildly inaccurate. And I will switch into FPP mode with them all the time, because not only do they look amazing in FPP mode, they it seems to greatly increase the accuracy of the guns, which is important. On a hot drop, obviously they shred. You can always switch to anything on a hot drop, and if it's full auto, it's good fun. I applaud PUBG Mobile for taking a chance with something a little bit different, and I do think that they have a place in the game. The clips are just great. I just really enjoy them. And I think we're going to be doing a lot more of them, but you have to set your kills up. It's not really realistic that you can use these as your primary gun. You can see I'm in squads here, and I am working off the hit point pool of my squads primarily. I'm not really doing a whole lot to keep myself in as the primary pusher. You're not the assaulter if you're running double MP7s. You are the scavenger. You can see I'm going to backdoor this gunfight here and get the clear, which is great. That's what you do. That's why you run them. Oh, little VSS. Ding. And this is to finish the game, which was also lovely, was to push these guys, get the knock there with the VSS, and then push this guy, backdoor the gunfight again. And then the last bloke was on the rock. We found him, and we just basically went 1v1 and cleared him with the MP7s. I hope you guys enjoyed that look at the latest weapon in PUBG Mobile, the MP7s. It is a dual wield akimbo dream come true for those of you who've wanted to goldeneye it for the longest time. Don't forget to check out the other videos, to like them and subscribe to the channel if you dig this kind of content. We have got a lot of really solid state content coming up. It's just hard to stop playing the game when you have so much fun playing the game and actually settle down and do all the numbers videos. Anyway, hope you enjoyed as I did. The chicken dinners flow and the MP7s rock. Until next time, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.